Hello and welcome back to another episode of A to Z Challenge. I believe this is episode 10. It really has been a while since I've made one of these. By the way, if you're wondering what is this pre-recorded content from last season, just watch the video I made before the A to Z Challenge started. I believe its name is Play Whatever You Want, and in that video, we basically use ML Laika, Lilius, Landy, Ida, and Vivian the entire time. And yes, there is no ML5 in this setup, so I think it's pretty F2P, and honestly speaking, it only works in lower elo. If you try to use this strategy in Emperor, Legend, or hell, even Challenger, you're just gonna struggle. I mean, if you use this setup, you're basically begging for gear diff, because if you don't get first turn, you're done. Now, in our opponent's case, he has two Soul Weavers, he has LRK, but it's LRK, come on, man. And he has Spectre Tenebria. So in this game, I was just thinking, hey, if I can kill the Spectre Tenebria, it's GG. This Soul Burn with the Lilius was just there. Honestly speaking, I just wanted to dual attack with Vivian to get her CR up. But it doesn't matter, because this Lilius S3 is going to cleave the Spectre Tenebria. And this game is over. I mean, you could watch the rest of this match in that video, but like, really? We're just going to sit there and watch us beat a Soul Weaver and an LRK. Which, to be fair, this game could have played out differently, because LRK could always cycle another S3, but it doesn't matter, since he's about to do it right now. Anyways, let's roll to the next match, shall we? Woo, spooky transition! You know, when it was in my mind, I thought this transition would be cool, except it wasn't, so hey, Kringe! Forever Life, you just posted cringe. Thank you very much. So our opponent here is even more cringe, because he picked Commander Pavel with Silverblade Araminta. Now, I will tell you a lesson. When the enemy picks Commander Pavel with Silverblade Araminta, or if he picks Commander Pavel with something like Pyrrha, then your opponent is most likely using a 100% crit chance unit. This Araminta, as you saw, she crit everyone, so I had the utmost confidence that my Shuna is gonna survive this Araminta without getting a single debuff on her. And that's the thing, ER, usually a scam of a stat, but since my enemy picked Commander Pavel, I had the utmost confidence we had enough ER. As you can see, ML Kawazu, punch on the Pavel, 2 burns, so this Pavel is dead no matter what, and yeah, we just stripped the counter buff from Kayron. We're probably gonna take a turn before this Kayron ever takes a turn. And yeah, I don't think Kayron had any room to lifesteal anything. I mean, he makes a misplay here. He soul burns his Ron. I think Shuna would have outsped anyways. Again, I don't think the Kayron could have done anything, but his soul burn with Ron did nothing. So that just gives Kawazu free reign to punch the Kayron. Unfortunately, my opponent surrenders before Pavel burns himself. So yeah, we move on. Now this next match, I was kinda surprised by my opponent's playstyle. LRK, Orwell, Maid Chloe, Destina, Revive plus Tank Down. You know, ever since injury was starting to become popular, I thought this playstyle died. I'll be honest with you, in my early years of Epic 7, I used to play into Rwana, Destina, Maid Chloe comps, and those were pretty horrible to play. And yeah, seeing this, it gave me PTSD. I couldn't S3 with the Briar Witch early because he just simply cleanses it off. So I needed some way to do two things. Number one, I needed to time Briar Witch Soulburn, if I can, of course. And then number two, when I S3 with Bryceria, I needed to make sure that at least, at the very minimum, either Zeo or Mort, preferably both, can take a turn and bonk my enemies. Ideally Mort, because the more injury we stack, the less healing he does and the less damage the LRK does. And of course, Mortelex is... my bad. The great Mortelex is immune to stuns, so Orwell can't do anything. Maid Chloe can't stun him, and yeah, if he tries to auto attack Mort with his Destina and stuff, Mort will have a chance to counter attack. And you know, Mort, if he slaps an S3, he does injury, so his damage decreases, and Mort heals himself. So again, I don't know what I was thinking. So I rip the Briar Witch S3 here. As you can see, we strip everything thanks to Ignore ER Soulburn. Our opponent was on Crown of Glory, so hey, that was something yeah, I mean, would it have come relevant? I don't think so. So here we push up Zeo because Mort is already going to take a turn. I was certain his injury will stick, and there you have it. The great Mortellix steps on the enemy. Oh, good injury. You can tell I creamed right there. I mean, we had to do this a few times and it would be GG, you know? We just need to step on him a few times and it'll work out. And I understand if he kills Briarwitch, it is what it is, right? Because if he kills Briarwitch, he can revive. That's why he ripped the Maid Chloe S3 early, even though I don't know. This game could have played out differently. All I'm saying is it played weirdly, and here I'm gonna bonk the ROL, get rid of the escort buff, so that way the next Mortellix step does something more. And yeah, our opponent is thinking, he's thinking. Honestly speaking, he's very unlucky that my Briarwitch didn't outspeed. She was probably at 99% CR or something. So she takes turn, she's just gonna S1. Sad little S1, no damage. But again, he has no escort buff, so you guessed it, we take the victory with the great Mortellix. Oh, Zahhak, hello there. So it seems like we won that match so fast, we moved to the next dimension. We outsped a Ron with Zahhak using Shuri. Hell yeah, so because Shuri speed imprint plus Vildred speed imprint, we killed Ron, which pushed up Jacko, which pushed up Vildred. Our Vildred is probably at 200% CR right now since Jacko gave him a 30% push. He gave himself a 40% push, and the Jacko artifact that she has on her right now gave him another 15%, boom, another 30 or so percent. We move to the next match. Goddamn, Vildred from last match, sheesh, my man had so much CR, we went to the next game. Don't mind the soundtrack change, we're gonna be here quite a while, since you can see I'm using Fat Ass Landy, and I'm using Maid Chloe, and I'm using the good old Falconer Flurry. My opponent picked Celine. He was probably expecting a very squishy Landy, so hey, it's our turn to surprise him, you know? Unfortunately, the thing is, if we use a non-attack skill, for example, Maid Chloe S3 or Falconer Flurry S3, it's not gonna be good. Now, fortunately, we got very lucky on the first turn. We dual attacked with Maid Chloe, we stunned the enemy Mercedes first turn, and on top of that, our Falconer Flurry pushed up Chu. So, all things considered, our first turn wasn't that bad. We rip a Landy S3. Doesn't do much because they're all, barriers, and we probably missed the crit on the Mercedes and the Celine, but it's fine. Now, honestly speaking, having Chu stunned is bad, but it's not the worst thing. As you can see, Falconer Flurry, I think let's strip S3 because I want to S3 with Chloe. I want Chloe to revive Landy. And this is the part that shocked me. This Celine was so weak, she could not kill my Landy. I mean, I understand I have Aureus, but Landy was already damaged. I thought this was gonna be it. He's just gonna crit the Landy and be done with it. But no, he S3's Chu, which does 13k damage. Oh no. And then he does this to Landy, and I'm like, no, we lost the buff, we lost everything. Well, we slap S3 with Chloe, but it's not gonna matter too much. Come on, man. He has a Mercedes, he has a... I don't know. He has a lot of strips on the enemy team. And there you go, we got lucky. Fortunately, the second hit the Chu instead of hitting Landy or Maid or something. And of course, the ROL just casually strips the revive, the important buff. She didn't strip something like the attack buff. If she stripped the attack buff, I'd be fine. But no, we just had to remove the revive. Now, fortunately, actually, no, there is nothing fortunate about this situation. Mercedes is still provoked. We almost killed her, which, if we killed her, I guess we removed the provoke, which isn't very ideal. We S1 with Landy. Unfortunately, we don't get too much healing, because, we didn't crit, but fortunately Maid Chloe crits. Last game I was I was having PTSD because I'm seeing a lot of Maid Chloe. So when I whipped out the Maid Chloe, of course, our opponent's answer as anti-Maid Chloe is, hey, let me draft Celine. No one drafts ML Haste. ML Haste is not a real thing. Anyways, so with Landy dead, with Maid Chloe S3 gone, It's gonna be a while. I can't S3 with Mate Chloe, otherwise Landy just dies again. I need to S3 with Falconer Flurry, and then I need Mate Chloe to S3. Now, fortunately for us, we have a lot of room, a lot of CR. Chu has 15% CR on S1. If we crit an enemy, our Mate Chloe will, if we stun an enemy, our Mate Chloe will cycle very fast because she pushes the entire team. Falconer Flurry has a 50% chance to push her own CR by 50%. And with every S1, she has a high chance to push up an ally. And since we're S1ing a lot, again, we can't really use any non-attack skills. Our Falconer Flurry seems to be dual attacking a lot. We got 2 dual attacks, so fair enough, I guess. It's not like we're getting an infinite amount of dual attacks. Would be funny if we dual attacked right there. Anyways, all things considered, it's gonna be a weird game. If we can preserve our Chu from the Celine, I think we have a good chance of winning this. So for some reason here, I was thinking, yo, wouldn't it be funny if Falconer Flurry hits the Mercedes? Now, I didn't do that here, but at some point in the game, I was thinking, hey, rock type is strong against fire type. The Pokemon player in me, deadass made Falconer Flurry S1 the Mercedes, thinking, yo, Pokemon logic. Because let's be honest, if Falconer Flurry was in a Pokemon game, she would be a rock type, and is that racist? Am I racially motivated? I hope I don't get cancelled for this. If I get cancelled, it is what it is. Anyways, we got another dual attack right there. Big boy CR pushes. I think we do our opponent dirty. We've been taking a lot of turns. We're in Frenzy 5. Just look at the CR bar. Oh boy. Rewind the video and just count how many turns we take before this Celine will ever take a turn. Of course, he gets Soul Burn and he kills our Revive unit. So unfortunately, we can't do Flurry S3 into Mate Chloe S3, but it is what it is. So again, just count how many turns we're gonna take. Since the Celine has evasion buff, I think, well, no point attacking her since we're gonna miss every time. Chu finally uses her S2 again, which, you can see the Full Metal Alchemist artifact telling you how many times we pulled an S1 into S2. So, frankly speaking, I think we've been low rolling the Chu S1, S2, and it's fine. I guess it's fine. Never mind. We do it for the 3rd time this game, so now we're actually 50-50 because compared to before, I don't know, earlier in the match, Chu wasn't using her S2 a lot, but it's fine. It is all good, baby. Now, I was hoping, hey, anti-crit does something, but Celine crits us again. I'm confident because we're gonna CR the hell out of this guy. Look at that. 1 turn Falconer, 1 turn Chu, 1 turn Falconer. She pushes up Chu. Chu uses S1. By the way, Chu takes back another turn. Look at this. The CR pushing is insane on this one. Okay, our opponent takes a turn, but is it gonna matter? No, because Chu is one of the dumbest units of all time. Now with no evasion and stacked up Frenzy, what's my opponent gonna do? Nothing. Oh, I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't feel bad. Chu is still broken, and yeah, this is why you draft injury, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, if you want to know why I'm crossing out Wanda and Penelope, just go watch I Wonder How I Got Here and Penelope Moment. I pick up wins with them, and yeah, just crossing out everyone else. All in all, this episode was pretty productive, and hopefully we're gonna do more soon, because at the rate I'm going, it's gonna take forever, but I'm busy in real life, so it is what it is, I'm not gonna force myself to play if it means I neglect my duties, because I'm an intern now, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is. Again, the whole challenge was no ML5s, so I crossed out Delibet when I saw her, but Mate Chloe, we picked up a win with her, so I might as well cross her out. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.